What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing a sneaker that I've been anticipating for a very long time, and that's not only because I think it's a great looking shoe, but also because they kept pushing back the release date, the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Sesame. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Whether you've been with the channel for a long time or this is your very first video, I really appreciate you being here. Before we get all crazy and jump into the review itself, I want to give a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Reshoevn8r. In the next couple months, we're getting a bunch of insane releases, including the Yeezy 350 V2 Sesame, and unfortunately, while we're getting these fire releases, winter and bad weather is right around the corner. Reshoevn8r's water and stain repellent is perfect for protecting your shoes from, well, water and stains, and honestly, it's the best way to keep your shoes looking fresher for longer. All you have to do is apply a couple light coats of Reshoevn8r water and stain repellent to your brand new sneakers, let it sit for a couple hours, and you're protected. And then after you've worn your sneakers for a while and they start to get dingy, or you stand in that one mud puddle right outside your apartment that you promised yourself that you wouldn't stand in, I've never done that, you can use Reshoevn8r's advanced sneaker cleaning solution. But the best part is, from this Friday, Black Friday, to this Monday, Cyber Monday, if you use my code SETH40 or click the link in the description below, you can get 40% off all of Reshoevn8r's products. And that crazy 40% deal will allow you to grab all the Reshoevn8r products that you need to keep your sneakers looking fresh. But jumping right into the review itself, like I said before, the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Sesame has been my most anticipated Yeezy sneaker for the last couple months. And the reason for that is twofold. The first is because it was supposed to release a couple months ago. And the second is that, in my opinion, this is the best looking brand new Yeezy colorway to drop this year. I'm a sucker for clean sneakers, what can I say? If you weren't already aware, this sneaker releases on Friday, or Black Friday, November 23rd for 220 bucks. But I'm actually very happy that I got this sneaker before Thanksgiving because I'm gonna wear this to Thanksgiving dinner. This colorway just works with Thanksgiving. It's like you've got the turkey, you've got the mashed potatoes, you're good to go. So jumping right into the sneaker itself, on the surface, this might just look like any other Yeezy Boost 350 V2. And to be honest, it kinda is. The upper of the shoe is covered in this sort of light beige or sesame colored prime knit, and I just think the colorway that they went with is incredible. I really love the way it looks. I love this sort of tan off-white color. It works with a lot of different outfits, and because it doesn't have any branding on the side, it doesn't have any logos to clash with any other logos that you're wearing. Even though the knit of this sneaker looks very similar to the cream Yeezys and the butter Yeezys that dropped earlier this year, on closer inspection, there are some differences. As I'm sure you're already aware, most 350 V2s have two stripes running down the lateral side of the sneaker. And on the cream Yeezys and the butter Yeezys, you can actually see those stripes pretty easily because they're a much smoother knit than the rest of the upper. In fact, on those pairs, you can actually see the SPLY 350 knitted into the upper because it has sort of a 3D texture. And just to clear things up, the SPLY stands for supply, not St. Pablo Loves You. That's dumb. St. Pablo Loves You was a rumor that was made up on Twitter. You're buying these Yeezys from Yeezy Supply. The difference between the knit on this 350 and the knit on other 350s is that if you look really closely, there's actually this third stripe that kind of runs across the other two stripes. We've actually seen this design before on some of the concepts of updated Yeezy 350 V2s, and I'm not really sure if you can see it, but if you look really closely, there's actually a texture which looks like it could be type written on that third stripe. It's definitely different, and it's not something I expected to see on the Sesame Yeezys, especially because it's all the same color, and you can't really see it unless you're looking very close up. Other than that sort of weird addition, the rest of the upper seems to be knit exactly the same as the other 350 V2s. As you move up the sneaker, you've still got that same signature stitching pattern running down the center of the shoe. Of course, you've got your rope laces weaving through the upper in a matching sesame color. And then moving inside the shoe, you've got this really plush padding around the heel of the sneaker with the Adidas 3 stripes in 3M. From the midfoot to the toe of the sneaker, your foot is pretty much just up against raw prime knit on the inside of the shoe, which I've got to be honest, doesn't feel bad. You've got the standard 350 V2 insole with the Adidas Yeezy branding printed in white. As for sizing, the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Sesame seems to fit true to size. They fit pretty much the same as all the other recent Yeezy Boost 350 V2 releases, so if you have a pair of those, you know pretty much what you're getting into with this pair. If you don't have access to a pair to try on, you should be okay going true to size. Continuing around to the back of the sneaker, you've got that signature Yeezy Boost 350 V2 pull tab in the same sesame as the rest of the sneaker. The entire upper of the sneaker seems to be very monochromatic when it comes to colorway. There seems to be very little, if any, variation in tones. Moving down on the shoe, you get to that classic ribbed Yeezy Yeezy Boost 350 V2 midsole. The side panels of the midsole that cover up the full-length Boost come in this semi-translucent sesame color to match the upper. And then finally moving to the bottom of the sneaker, and I guess the back of the heel as well, you've got this semi-translucent gum outsole. This gum accent is like the one variation in color on the entire sneaker, and even then, it's still like in the same family as the rest of the sesame brown. I've never really been a huge fan of the way that the outsole wraps up onto the back of the heel in this sort of like off-centered way. I think it just kind of looks like a mistake. My thoughts haven't really changed on it with this particular colorway. It still looks just as weird. I don't think it looks bad. It just kind of looks a little out of place. However, the gum outsole provides some nice contrast on the bottom of the sneaker, which I really like, and I think overall, it's a great looking shoe. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is my favorite new Yeezy colorway to drop this year, and that's because it's just so clean and I love the minimal aspects of the shoe. Not only that, but the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 is an incredibly comfortable sneaker and one that I'd be happy wearing every single day. Again, if you'd like to grab this shoe, it drops on Black Friday, November 23rd for $220. I've heard like a million different things on how limited or not limited this sneaker is gonna be. Based on the resale market that I'm seeing right now, I would assume that this sneaker is not that limited and probably is gonna be relatively easy to get. And then you have people like Yeezy Mafia who traditionally are pretty good about stock numbers, saying that there's gonna be barely any pairs in the US, so I really have no idea what to think. Personally, I'm leaning more towards the idea that it's gonna be a pretty widely released sneaker, but you never know. But that pretty much wraps up the review for today. Now I would love to know your thoughts on the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Sesame and whether you're planning to grab a pair for yourself on Black Friday, so make sure to leave those comments in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to check out Rejuvenator's insane 40% off deal running from Black Friday to Cyber Monday. All you have to do is click the link in the description below or use my discount code SETH40 and you'll get 40% off your entire order. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe down below if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.